Chapter 7 of Conscious Business Ethics, The Practical Guide to Wisdom by Wade M. Chumney, forward by Diane F. Harrison, and read to you by Katherine Damstetter. Conclusion. Both thought and feeling are determinants of conduct, and the same conduct may be determined either by feeling or by thought. When we survey the whole field of religion, we find a great variety in the thoughts that have prevailed there. But the feelings on the one hand and the conduct on the other are almost always the same for Stoic, for Christian, and Buddhist saints are practically indistinguishable in their lives. William James. When contemplating the infinite external context within which one finds themselves, I would posit that the initial feeling induced is one of awe. How awesome is it that we are creatures endowed with reason and are able to choose how to behave in the infinite context within which we find ourselves. From this initial feeling of deep-seated awe, one then has a choice as to how to engage in the life they have been given. One can either choose to feel fear in response to the vast, frightening universe in which we find ourselves, or one can choose to feel unconditional love in response to the gift of life they have received from the infinite universe, and choose to proceed with that emotion as fundamental. Either of these initial choices result in the intention upon which you operate in the world. Obviously, it is of critical import which of these two directions you choose to guide you as you navigate your way through life. The foundational principle upon which all wisdom is based is wholeness, unity, that all is one. This is true from the perspective of philosophy systems and psychology. One should ponder the implications of this for all aspects of life. Take business ethics. If this principle is true, and there are numerous wisdom traditions from all across the world that claims it is, then does it not make sense to transform the field of business ethics into as broad and interdisciplinary area of study as is feasible? Think about this situation in reverse order. If the eternal infinite truth is all is one, the 6 principles, or one similar to them, that emanate from the ground are by necessity wisdom, courage, moderation, justice, humanity, and transcendence. Putting these principles into practice allows you to flow with the patterns you perceive and realize the connection between your beliefs and your experience. What you believe, you perceive. This allows you to choose the type of experience you wish to have, an enjoyable one, via the practice of the 6 virtues. From my estimation, business ethics is one of the most vital areas of education to ensure our future well-being. The general intent of wisdom is selfless integration with the whole, rather than selfish fragmentation of individual data points. As one develops, the focus of attention turns inward, and one's intention changes accordingly to a more selfless perspective from which one generally operates. From this intuitive perspective, one observes flow, roles, and conscious to understand how one should behave. Each of us is capable of achieving much more than we give ourselves permission. By exercising the power of a choice, we are able to interact with this infinite universe in an infinite number of ways. As we begin to choose to interact with our context in better ways via the virtues, our experience of life becomes more enjoyable. The key is to harness our vision that presently gazes out on objects in our environment that command our attention. Once we take control of our attention, our most valuable asset, we can direct it inward and note the relationship between our internal attributes and our external context. Then we can direct our attention further to the transcendent realm of ideas. Here, by use of moral imagination, we are able to creatively bring these principles forth into the physical world via creativity. By doing so, one's power of vision transforms the individual into a visionary, one who is able to lead others beyond the culturally hardened norms. It is this visionary individual who has the character, insight, and intention to lead the practice of business into better operations that contribute not only to the good of oneself, but also to the good that is common to all.